We all are becoming passionate about knowing where our food comes from, and that's why in this episode of The Florida Homesteader, we're taking our podcast on a little walk and talk through the Farmers Pantry, talking to all the vendors and farmers who are working hard to bring your family quality homemade, home-raised products that you will enjoy. Talk about farm to table and everything in between. This episode is going to inspire you to change your shopping locations from inside a store to an outside market. Supporting local farmers, that's what we're doing, and we're bringing you along for the journey. So, John.
John is my name.
Jamie.
Hey, Jamie, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Tell us who you are with. What do you have?
We are with Pease Creek Farm and Market in Bartow, Florida. We're open on Saturday mornings, and we have vegetables from our farm. They're all fresh grown, and we have a number of different products, and they're seasonal depending on the time of year. But we're beginning to have squash now. We've got a variety of herbs. Sweet potatoes, carrots. We have a number of root vegetables, I should say. We grow tomatoes, and we grow a variety of leafy greens, depending on the season and what's there and what's not there. Today we have collard greens, Swiss chard, kale, bok choy, but it varies as the season progresses.
So all of this that you have, you grow on your own farm?
Yeah.
Nice.
Just check us out.
How long have you been growing produce?
Well, I've been in agriculture for over 60 years.
Wow.
And was in the citrus business.
Okay.
I'm retired, and we have a small farm.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the byproduct of that.
So you were just continuing on some of the things that you absolutely were passionate about for the past 60 years.
Farming, you bet.
You've obviously seen a lot of changes in farming with the way things have been in the state of Florida also, I'm assuming.
Yeah, considerable.
Yeah, I would say so, and the way things are doing. And
yeah, the greatest change is within the citrus business because of greening disease. And there are a number of farmers and a lot of knowledge that people have, and they can put it to further use.
One of the things that we have seen a lot of is the kind of the regenerative concept of farming. Have you seen much of that?
Oh yeah.
That is pretty interesting to see how things are working and everything.
We're organic, and we take care of vegetables, and sometimes we have some bugs, but we don't use conventional pesticides and insecticides to take care of them. We use organic stuff. And then we try to control weeds. Maybe we use some chickens to let them eat the weeds. And
they love that. Best employees you could have.
That's exactly right.
They're cleaning it and they're fertilizing it at the same time.
So regenerative agriculture is the way to go, to offer people healthy products, maha, and to have great stuff for people to eat that is going to benefit their lives.
Absolutely. Just like these folks here that are wanting to get some products from you now. They've got some of those beautiful tomatoes that you've grown.
Thank you for coming by.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
Well, John, we're going to let you keep going what you're doing, and we'll catch back up with you. But thank you for sharing with us.
Super.
We are here with Linnell. Now, this is a little bit of a different vending booth that we have. Why don't you tell them what you're doing?
Yeah, thank you so much. So my name is Linnell Palmer. I'm a senior in high school, and I actually skipped my junior year. So this year, I want to help my mom afford my cap and gown and my senior pictures. So I started selling some chocolate-covered strawberries to help support that. So I sell chocolate-covered strawberries for $1.50. So my milk chocolate, white chocolate, and dark chocolate are $1.50. I have some couple other specialty things that I work on, like pretzels and Rice Krispie treats. And yeah, so I'm just selling everything to help support my mom.
So if you come up here, you'll see these sweet treats that she has. And this is going to be for your cap and gown.
Yes.
And some of the things that you were even telling me earlier about what you're doing with these proceeds, but with your little business, is you're wanting to go to college.
Yes, I want hopefully to go to college to be a nurse. Of course, I am not sure how that's going to happen. I know that God's going to fill in the blanks, of course, but
Absolutely.
I know that working hard is going to make everything so much easier, and it's going to take weight off of my mom.
Yeah,
So,
well,
and
you are such a sweet girl to be doing that.
Thank you so much. And of course, I wanted to say that those are sacrificed strawberries for the heat. Normally they're not in the heat, so they are not used to the Florida heat. But there are some better ones in the fridge. So
These are your displays.
Yes, those are just displays.
So if anyone wanted to connect with you to get some of your sweet treats,
Yeah.
we have your card. I'm going to
Yes,
put it
ma'am.
on the podcast and in our show notes as well on our YouTube. But they can connect with you.
Absolutely, yes.
And
ma'am.
then you have a Cash App
Yes.
that is here. So if there is anyone listening that wants to support Linnell and what she is doing, we will make sure to have that information out there as well. But Linnell, we are so proud of you. This is
Thank
such a
you
neat
so
thing that you
much.
are doing. Not very many seniors do this, but we're passionate about Kidsteaders, and Kidsteader is somebody who's just doing something amazing
Yeah.
throughout the state of Florida, and she
Well,
is definitely
thank
doing
you.
that. So
Thank you so much.
thank you for sharing your story. And
Thank you.
We're very proud of you.
I'm so glad to be here, and I'm very blessed to be on the show, and I hope that somebody out there just has a great day.
This is Wendy, and I'm going to brag about this.
Okay.
This is her business card, y'all. It's fabric, and why is it fabric?
Because you can wash it and still read it.
And it's not going to crumble up in the washing machine. So, Challenge Convention.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, tell us a little bit about what you're doing and how you got started in this.
I got started just because I find quilts and other textiles that I think are beautiful.
You're an
I wanted
artist.
to-
You're definitely an artist. So if you're doing things like this,
you find a beautiful quilt and then you stick it on your bed, and the only people who get to see it are you and anybody who sleeps in your bed. But if you make something out of it, then that quilt has a new life and can go and be enjoyed by everybody.
and seen and used in different capacities and everything. So with your quilts that you have, it's not just quilts though that you are
Yes.
using. You're also using
Vintage bed sheets.
vintage bed sheets and different things like that. One of the things when I was talking to you earlier, you mentioned about there's how much unusable fabric.
They say we have enough textiles on our planet now to clothe the next 6 generations
That is
without
insane.
producing any more.
That is crazy. And what you're doing, all about recycling,
Use what you
upscaling,
already have.
upcycle. Absolutely. Using what you have.
Keeping it out of landfill and giving it a better purpose. What
So-
I think is a prettier purpose. I
So
hope.
can we show some of
Sure.
these you got to see these. I'm infatuated with these. So not only are you using your quilts to make little bags and things
After
like
I
this.
make something big out of a quilt or a quilt top, then I'll have all these little scraps left over. So I make smalls. And you
Nice.
process your scraps down into smaller and smaller items until you end up with coasters.
Oh,
But that way,
perfect.
absolutely no part of a usable quilt or quilt top gets wasted. They're too precious to let any
was-
little scrap
Yes.
not be put to a good use.
I was just going to say that the quilts have a story to tell.
I think so.
And you have these and you're keeping that story alive. Because these were handmade.
Oh, yeah.
And-
This one
and-
in particular, you can see all of the hand stitches on
Wow.
the inside.
The time that went into this.
And then I put a liner behind it of Belgian handkerchief linen.
Oh, well, even
Linen
better.
is super
Linen's-
durable
yeah,
and also breathes really well.
Yeah, I was going to say cooler too. We
And
need
then,
that today.
because this quilt top here is about 100 years old, I put a kick on the bottom of new material. This is not old. So if this drags the ground on you, because we like them long, we
do.
like them kind of, a
Flowy.
little romantic.
Absolutely.
This is going to get beat up. But this is new fabric, and we don't care. We're going to cut it off and replace it after 5 or 6 or 7 years when it starts looking like the back of your jeans.
It'll make new coasters out
But
of that.
it's just engineer for longevity, for generations of wear. I want you to be able to wear this and then give it to your daughter, and she can still wear it.
Absolutely.
And again, if this bottom starts getting raggedy, that's fine.
That's okay.
Because this is new fabric, not the precious quilt top.
And then these behind it.
These are the bed sheet
These
dresses.
are the bed sheet dresses.
So
I
you
mean,
get,
these are
you know
just
that feeling you get
precious.
when you take a fresh shower and then you maybe slide into bed naked?
Uh-huh.
You can wear that feeling all day long. That crisp, crinkly sheets against your skin. It's a lovely feeling.
And for the ladies that are out there, you know how important pockets are. I mean, we've got pockets.
Big
y'all.
juicy pockets on
Big
this one.
pockets. Like that is very important. So some of the other things that you mentioned to me when we were talking earlier is actually on this side. I did not know this.
Ah,
This
Yes.
This is special.
So it's like a wearable radiator. These are aluminum pop tabs from soda cans and beer and wine, whatever you might have, crocheted together with linen. So the linen helps to feed the evaporative cooling effect. So you get that ever so slightly damp, and it will feel like ice cubes on your skin.
And you discovered this by
Accidentally. I was working on this one, and just that big piece of aluminum on my lap was making me uncomfortably cold at the time. Because it was making a cold spot on my leg, and I said, "Well, shoot, I could exploit that coldness to a good use."
You could easily sell these today to say, "Hey, if y'all are hot, take this and put it around your neck."
Yeah,
because it'll cool you off. But just another perfect example of upcycling or recycling.
Sure.
In this case.
Yeah.
So you also do this on. You have the start of a homestead.
Yes. A little cottage garden.
Cottage garden, and you are in a. Not necessarily a subdivision, but you are in a smaller
old
lot
town.
area, historical part of town, which is downtown.
Yeah.
And you are doing all of this.
I do.
So tell us a little bit about what you have going on.
Lots of peppers, because we had a great crop of peppers right up until the freeze, and then that kind of took them out. So I have 3 different kinds of pepper jelly. I love a mustard, so we have a whole grain mustard. I don't grow the mustard.
Okay.
I do buy the mustard. I'll cop to that.
Yeah.
My favorite, though, is jabuticaba or jabuticaba. This is a super weird tree. It's come from Brazil. Has really no business growing in my yard. It's a very tropical plant, but it's surviving and thriving in this little nestled in. It's in a good microclimate. It produces fruit on the trunk, not at the end of the branches.
Interesting.
So it's cauliflora is the Latin part. So it makes these little green buds directly on the trunk. And then the little green buds turn into these huge, fat, grape-looking things. They're delicious.
Oh, wow.
Took me a long time to figure out what to do with them.
Yeah.
I wasted a couple of seasons worth until I figured out how to make food. But they make amazing cocktails. They make a really great jam. I actually have samples if you wanted to try.
I mean, I'm not going to turn down a sample of some jam.
I like serving it with a little bit of cream cheese.
Okay.
Just like you would a pepper jelly.
Yeah. It's a neat little setup you've got there.
Thank you. You're not vegan? Because I have it with peanut butter if you are.
I'm not vegan.
Okay, so cream cheese then.
Okay.
You want one?
Sure. Cameraman says yes. So I'm actually going to take the camera. We're going to turn it around for the cameraman. You can do the taste test. Okay. There you go.
I think jabuticabas are like halfway between cranberry, raspberry.
Nice.
They've got a really complex flavor. I love them. And they'll be fresh in May. So if anybody wants some fresh jabus to try, you can get on my list, and when they start forming, I send out an email that says they'll be ready in a week.
So you have, for folks that are wanting, is it good? It's good? You're not getting mine. Are wanting to, yeah. Folks that are wanting to get in contact with you, on your card you have your information. You have an email, it looks like.
Challengeconvention@gmail.com.
And are you a Facebook, website, anything like that?
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook. Again, Challenge Convention, and Instagram also.
On Instagram. So if you follow us, you can easily find her and start following her. This is exactly what we love to do, is showcase some folks that are taking things and doing and creating these beautiful products, and also homesteading. I mean, we're all about homesteading. That's what we're doing. So
Thanks.
I love it.
I'm Anthony.
You're Anthony.
I'm with Sweet Pea's Bakery. These are our goats. That is Sweet Pea. She is why we started with the Avon Park Farmers Market.
Okay.
And our store in Sebring.
So these are, what kind of goats are these?
These are miniature pygmies.
Okay. And it says here on your sign, Sweet Pea, your first goat was you rescued.
Yes.
Is this one? This
yes,
is Sweet
that
Pea
is
right
Sweet
here?
Pea.
And you rescued her, so you are now obviously giving her a very good home.
Yes.
You can tell by looking at that. So you got 4 of them. So this is Sweet Pea. What are your other names here?
We have Lily.
Lily.
This is Waylon.
Oh.
And that is Sweet Pea's baby, Sugar.
Oh, nice. I love it. So you definitely, now with these kind of goats, are they good for clearing, or what is it? Or pets, or what are you? Milk?
Pets, milk, some selling. They are not for eating, of course.
Right, yeah.
They are not eating goats.
Right, the boar meat goats.
Yes.
This one look like she's smiling.
Yes, she is pregnant, actually.
Oh,
yes.
really? You're expecting you're going to be a mommy. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's why you're smiling. You're happy. Smiling on camera. Well, thank you for sharing with us on this. If you came to the Pioneer Festival homesteading in the Heartland last November in Sulphur Springs, Juniper was out there, and they make some amazing products and stuff. So if you are looking for a food truck that also caters, we highly recommend Juniper because she's always done such a great job. All right, so my name is Jamie. Tell me your name.
Thea.
What is it?
Thea.
Thea? And what is your name?
Autumn.
Autumn. All right. So what is it that you are doing?
We make headbands, then we have like a fairy hair and stuff like that, like a tinsel hair.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fun. Ties into your hair and everything? I see it glittering in your hair.
Yeah.
So you make these headbands?
Yeah, I sew them all.
You sew them. You make them with a machine.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you make every single one
Yeah,
of these.
and I cut them out and stuff like that, like the piece of fabric out, measure it out, and then you sew it together and stuff like that.
That is so creative of you.
Yeah.
Now, how long have you been sewing?
I've been sewing since 2019. So
Wow.
during the COVID-19, I started by just sewing masks and stuff like that, like face masks.
Right.
And then I started donating a bunch of face masks and stuff like that, and then I got into sewing a bunch of other things.
Oh, very
Yeah.
neat. So what are some of the things that you love to sew?
My favorite's probably headbands and the tote bags.
Yeah, is the tote bags. And can I pick
Yeah.
one of these up
Yeah,
to
of
show?
course.
So these are her cute little tote bags. You do a really good job.
Thank you.
That is. And do you make these different sizes, or is this
Yeah,
all the
I make
same?
them all different sizes.
Do
I just
you?
have those sizes today.
Very sweet. I love it. So what is it that you hope to be able to accomplish with your sewing skills? You want to grow into this little
Yeah,
business?
of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've always wanted to sew since I was little, stuff
Mhm.
like that. So I love sewing, stuff like that. I love going to markets and just setting up.
And you get to meet a lot of people.
Yeah.
Well, do you have a Facebook page that if somebody wanted to connect with you to support you? Or
I
anything?
just go with my mom's Facebook page. and stuff
Okay.
like that,
What
yeah.
is your mom's Facebook?
Margie's Market?
Margie's Market?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, on Facebook.
Yeah.
All right. So, folks, if you are wanting to connect, you can go to Margie's Market. We will make sure to put that information in our show notes, so you'll be able to click on that and get straight to her Facebook, and you can order some of these online. They can, they can send it out to you. All right. Well, thank you.
I'm Michael.
You're Michael, and you are with Juniper's.
Yes, Madison's over there.
She's over there talking.
Yeah.
So when we were walking up, I told how y'all were out at our Pioneer Festival.
Oh, yeah.
And we did a little shout out that if they wanted to have any kind of catering or any private events, y'all are the ones to call.
Yep.
So if they wanted to connect with you, how do they find you?
We are on Instagram and Facebook as Juniper Food Truck, and TikTok as well now. Juniper
Are you on
Food Truck.
TikTok?
Yes, we
Oh,
have
we're
joined the
trying
gang.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're-
So all of our socials are just Juniper Food Truck.
Now you do catering and private events. How far across the state do you travel typically?
We'll go up a good distance. I'd say outside of about 20 miles.
Okay.
Just obviously it has a mileage charge to it, but I think we've got like a wedding coming up down in Fort Myers at a great farm out there, and we're trying to hit up all the wineries on the coast. So definitely we'll come wherever there's a good time.
And we've had the opportunity to have some of her food at a catered event, and you did an amazing job.
Thank you so much.
She even did gluten free, so she can customize her menu of what you need, depending obviously ahead of time. But depending on what you need and stuff, she does a great job at it. How long have you been doing this?
2 years now. So I've been a farm to table chef for about 6 years.
Okay.
I started at the park as their culinary director,
Yes.
and then we've been doing the food truck for about 2 years now, and the farm for about 3.
And the farm. So a lot of the stuff, when you say the farm, what is the farm?
We have a small produce farm that
Okay.
we try to grow all of our own produce off
Very nice. So
Yep.
you're not only growing it, you're cooking it, you're serving it, you're catering it, you're
Yep.
putting it all out
of.
there.
We're the definition of farm to table.
You are on wheels.
On wheels, yes.
On wheels.
It's farm to curb.
Yeah,
That's what it
absolutely.
is. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Like I said, I'll put your information out there. So anyone that you want to click, just click on those show notes. You'll be able to get to Madison and get Juniper Food Truck. I tell you what, y'all, we've had it. It's great. So you definitely want it. Thank you, ma'am. So you are Brian?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Brian is with, I love this name, Horny Hounds Tree Company.
Memorable.
This is great. It is memorable. You are never going to forget his name. I tell you what, you've got some amazing products here. Obviously, you love animals.
Obviously, yes, ma'am.
Obviously, and this is how you probably got started.
Yes, we were looking through it for every indestructible chew toy on the planet. As we went through all the plastic and rubber, garbage out there. We ended up on these buffalo horns. They're natural, they're keratin, just like our toenails, fingernails, and hair. So we started with that, and we just branched out to everything else. We got cow hooves, chicken feet, duck feet. We got duck heads.
Oh.
We don't let anything go to waste.
No, you do not.
Well,
This is all part of recycling at its best
Yes,
in this
ma'am.
case. Chicken cookies. That's interesting.
100% chicken. Most of our stuff's single ingredient. There's no additives, no preservatives in any of it.
Duck wings, collagen chews. Now, for those of us who have dogs, of course, it's probably going to depend on the the size of dog that you have.
Yes.
How long do these types of treats usually last?
We got, I mean, some of these will be gone in a couple chomps for
Yeah.
the bigger dogs.
Right.
Some of them will last months. So the horns will last a very long time. We got coffee wood here. This is long, very long lasting as well.
And what is this again?
Coffee wood, wood from a coffee tree. If they like going out in the yard and chewing up sticks, that's just a very durable stick. There's no
that
splinters
smells
to
good.
it. Does it?
Yeah.
Feels like some fresh wood.
It does.
A lot of people think it'll smell like coffee, but it's just.
Well, that's
just the
what I
wood.
was wondering. I was thinking that's why I wanted to smell
Right.
it.
So there's that. I mean, chicken feet, they're a hit. Beef lung, these are light individual, lightweight pieces, more of like a training treat sort of thing. So we got it all here, all different sizes and
Rabbit
shapes. And
feet,
rabbit feet
yak
with fur.
snack. That's interesting.
Yes, ma'am. Try and
So-
keep it interesting. Even if you don't have dogs, it's fun to look at some of this stuff.
How long have you been doing this?
A couple years ago, we started, almost 2 years ago in June. We
Okay.
started June 2024. So
June 2024.
my sister and I started this up, and we're
you've
dog
been-
people, so we have fun with it.
You go around to a lot of the farmers markets and things.
All over Central Florida.
All over.
My sister today, she's in St. Pete. She's at the Patty Fest in St. Pete, and I'm here.
So you divide and conquer.
Yes, ma'am.
That is amazing. Now, if folks wanted to order, if they're not at a farmer's market, if they want to be able to pick up some of your products, how do they find you?
We got a card here.
Okay.
QR code will take you right to our website, and our website's treatco.shop. You just type that into
Treatco.shop.
search bar.
So we are going to put this information on our podcast and also on our YouTube. It'll be in the show notes. We've been saying that. And that way folks can be able to connect right to this.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
We got all our products listed on there and descriptions and everything else.
And you mail? You'll
Free
ship?
shipping on orders over 35, and we ship all over. So
There you go, folks. Free shipping. It makes it even better. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
Ryan, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate
Yes,
you
ma'am.
taking
Nice
the
to
time
meet you.
Yes, thank you. All right, CBB, the queen bee, y'all. She's the queen bee.
I wouldn't say that.
All right, so tell us. You have this is family owned and operated,
Yes, ma'am.
and it's your brother and you and Miss Barb. You
Mhm.
all are out there, and I know you have another team of folks that go out to help collect the honey. Maybe.
No, it's just us.
It is just you?
Yes.
You are the official beekeepers also.
Yes, we are. We do everything from start to finish by putting the hives out in the fields. We don't transport them,
Uh-huh.
but we've got someone that transports for us. But yes, we do it all. We started this 12 years ago, all as a homeschool project with my nephew.
Wow.
And it's grown to what we are today as commercial beekeepers, where we have anywhere between 3,000 and 3,500 hives.
What does CBs stand
And
for?
the C is for my brother's initials, Charles Baser.
Baser. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. And your bees actually even go outside of the state too.
Yes, we are getting ready for one truck to go probably mid-May.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that one is going to Indiana. I don't know if it's going up to Michigan yet, but say June 1st through mid-October, we are in southern Indiana and Marie, Kentucky area.
Okay.
And we have our hives there, so we pollinate for those farmers, because a lot of the farmers that we pollinate for, say down in the Clewiston or Immokalee area, they all have farms up that way in southern Indiana and stuff like that. So we follow them because they're not harvesting anything down here June through October.
Right. Absolutely. So you keep those bees happy.
And keep those bees happy
That's
and
right.
healthy, and we work them 7 days a week to sometimes sun up to sundown.
So you've got a variety here. You have
Yes, ma'am.
your orange blossom, Tupelo, allergy blend, what is this one?
Japanese.
Japanese pepper.
Pepper.
What is that?
So that's the only one that we infuse.
Okay.
People always see the names and they're like, oh, it's these flavors that you've added. None of them have had flavors added to them except for the infused pepper one. So that we use dry. It's a Japanese dried pepper that we already get. And we use red pepper flakes and we just crush them all up in the little grinder.
Yeah.
And then we just make our bucket of hot honey. So you get more of a sweet, then you get a little heat. where others that have hot honey may just be all heat at first, but ours you get sweet and then you get a little heat at the end.
Very nice.
Yes.
So you are everywhere. Y'all do so many markets.
We do.
You do a lot. In fact, you've divided and conquered today also.
We did,
Yeah.
yes.
So Miss Barb
We're
is in St. Pete? Yeah,
at,
that's
their,
what I thought.
at the Sunday morning market there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have our product in between those that sell our products in their stores or boutique-like shops, or use our products in their own products that they make, or serve it in their tea shops or their coffee shops. There's 30 people, 30 different businesses. One of them being Juniper's food truck. She uses our honey in her recipes. Marge's Market uses our honey and our beeswax in their products. So those are the few that are here today that use our products. But yeah, we have anywhere from down in Fort Myers in Florida, and from Fort Myers all the way up soon to be Lakeland. And I've got 3 locations in Indiana.
Is this a list of the places
Those are the list of the
that
places
you can purchase? Lake Placid, Sebring, Avon Park, Frostproof, Indian Lake, Bowling Green, Fort Myers. But they can also order online, can't they?
Yes, we do have our website.
So your website is there, Facebook and Instagram, and we can definitely make sure we will put that information in the show notes so folks will be able to click on that and link to you.
Yes, and we do offer in Highlands County free home delivery on Tuesdays and Thursdays right to your doorstep. So if you can't make it to one of the stores and you can't figure out what market we're at because it's the third Sunday or the second Tuesday or whatever, we bring it right to your doorstep or to your place of employment.
Okay.
On Tuesdays and
make
Thursdays.
your other coworkers jealous because you've got some delicious honey.
Yes, ma'am.
That is neat. So you have samples.
I do.
Can I try the Japanese pepper? I want to experience that that sweet to hot. And this is one of your business cards?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to take a card so we can take your information and put it on there.
Let's see. Yeah, I was just keeping all the honey in the bag because yesterday I had a problem with bees at the last event I did. So I'm like,
I think I saw that on your Facebook.
Today I'm just leaving them all packaged up, and
you had bees joining you.
I did. And
so what is your best seller?
Orange Blossom.
Orange Blossom.
Either Orange Blossom, well, it depends on the market or the season, but normally it's Orange Blossom, and everyone likes the Fall Harvest, which most people know it as Christmas Holly or the Brazilian Pepper Bush.
Oh, yeah.
But we just call it Fall Harvest
because
it's harvested in the fall, and it kind of doesn't confuse people because they see the word Brazilian pepper and they think one's hot, or they think it's from Brazil. And
that's good.
Yeah,
that is
so
good.
Sweet,
it does. It has that sweet, and then at the end, it gets you.
That little heat.
But it's not like your mouth's on fire. You need to go stick your face in this little pond over here. It's
correct.
Not like that.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So we're going to keep on walking, but folks, if you want, this is delicious honey. We love it. We eat it a lot. But if you want to have more information, definitely check out Joanne and her family at CBB's. And like I said, we'll put that information on there. So
yes, ma'am.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to pause our conversation to share with you what we're doing. The homesteading movement has really taken off, especially across the country. With so many folks to tune into and informational pieces to read, it's easy to find the passion for this lifestyle. But one thing that we realized as Florida homesteaders is that even though this information was great, it didn't apply to us. Let's face it, y'all, Florida is in a world of her own. Our climate is different, our soil is different, even our planting season is opposite from the rest of the country. And that's when we decided that we needed a reference for folks that highlighted what to do in Florida. From gardening to baking bread, raising animals, and sustaining your family on that sandy soil, we are covering it all in each issue of the Florida Homesteader magazine, written by Florida homesteaders for Florida homesteaders. This is your go-to guide for all things homesteading in the Sunshine State. You ready to sign up for our newsletter or subscribe to the magazine? Well, we made it easy for you. You just have to go down to those show notes and click on that link below at www.thefloridahomesteader.com. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and on Facebook as well. It's all the same, The Florida Homesteader. Thanks for tuning in. And now we're going to jump right back into our podcast.
Thank you.
Okay, so tell us who you are and what you're doing, and then
So we're Marge's Market. We have a farm over in Frostproof.
Okay.
We focus on like natural healing. We do a lot of like herbal tea blends, different. We have fire cider and elderberry syrup. We do salves, tallow blends, and things like that. I have a whole array of tinctures. And we also have a farm-to-table catering company that we do as well. So bringing the community back to know where their food is coming from is kind of like an essential thing for us.
now correct me if I'm wrong, but the wax that you use, isn't that the beeswax that
So we source from like 26 different farms all over Florida. So we're all about, the local.
Yes.
So we, all of our tallow is actually from Arbuckle here.
Okay.
The lard is done from our farm. We're pork farmers as well. So all of that is ours. All of the honey that we use, all of the beeswax that we use is all from CBBs.
Nice.
So we're all about that.
I'll have to tell you, the fire cider, that's what kept me from getting sick.
Yeah, it's amazing.
This stuff works really well. It is insanely crazy. Our grandson ended up with RSV and something else. Strep, yes.
Oh, goodness.
And then one night right before he was diagnosed, and right after he was diagnosed, he was spending the night with us. And of course, I'm bleaching the sheets and everything. I swear by that fire cider.
Oh, yes.
It kept me from getting sick. Which is not hard to do when you're around a bunch of toddlers.
Oh, yeah. I understand.
So you make all of this yourself?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Everything here is made by myself.
And now you said something about your farm. So you said you had pigs?
Yep. So we have pigs. That's like our main thing. We also do obviously produce. We grow a bunch of herbs and things like that.
Okay.
But we also have chickens, ducks, and turkeys, goats, all of it. We have a little bit of all of it.
So
yeah.
a little bit of homesteading in there?
Yes, 100%.
You're my people. You're my people. So you grow some of this stuff too then?
Yes.
So I see rosemary, oregano.
Yeah, so mostly everything here, if it can be grown in Florida easily, because I'm not the best,
Right.
but if it can be grown easily, I'd grow it here.
You grow it.
But we also work with some farms. We have farms in Virginia, Michigan, and Ohio as well. So they grow things like our lavender and things like that we source from up there as well.
I've tried to grow lavender myself and it just doesn't work.
I'll get it for one season and that's it. And I'm like, all right, that's not worth it to
You're
me.
lucky to get it from one. So all of these are your teas and stuff, and so you make a lot of these yourself.
Yes,
as well.
yeah. Now, like our tea leaves, like our black tea leaves and things like that, we do outsource those.
Absolutely,
So
right.
those aren't grown locally,
Right.
except for like our Appalachian tea. That's grown right on our farm as well. And like most of the herbs for our herbal teas are grown on our farm.
Okay.
And we're a pesticide free, no synthetic fertilizer free. So we're better than organic.
Absolutely. So you are familiar then with the whole regenerative farming concept.
Yes, so
You're doing
we
it.
are. Yeah, so most of our farming is food forests. So and we actually have. So we're ambassadors for Robin Greenfield.
Okay.
So we try to talk about his message a lot.
Okay.
He's like on a 1 year journey right now where he's only eating anything that he forages.
I think I
so
saw him on Facebook or something. It may have been.
he's here in Florida right now doing classes and things like that, foraging classes and some speaking around. So
Very
yeah.
nice. Very nice. Very cool. Well, you have a card.
Yep.
And so if folks wanted to, if they are not finding you at a farmer's market,
Yeah.
how can they find you?
So we are on Facebook mostly. We have a website. So if you just Google Marge's Market, you can find us everywhere.
Everywhere.
And we do shipping. We ship all over the world. And then we also are in quite a few different stores around here. So you can find us here at the Farmers Pantry in Avon Park. And then we also are at Mama Mia's, which is downtown farm, right next to the Jacaranda. In Lake Placid, we're there every Saturday at a farmer's market, but we also have our stuff in the Hub, which is a store right there as well. So you can kind of find us everywhere. On our actual farm, we have a self-serve farm stand. So it's just a big building. You walk in, you buy your stuff, you pay electronically, or you can drop cash. and then you go on about your day.
And you're going about it.
Yeah.
Can I take one of your cards?
Absolutely.
I
Please
will
do.
make sure to put your contact information in our show notes, so folks,
Awesome.
you could be able to, again, keep on clicking down below, y'all. They have a lot that they're going to be following. So this is going to be on the Florida Homesteader Podcast and YouTube.
Awesome.
And also our social media. So we will be blasting it all over the place.
Thank
you.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
I
you
love
too.
what you're doing. Tell us a little bit. Tell us your name and what you're doing.
I'm Jennifer, and we started out as PBJ Crafts.
Mm-hmm.
We officially are PBJ Books and Things because we would sell books online as well. But we are mostly crafts, and then we have PBJ stands for Paula, Bill, and Jen. So Paula is my mom, Bill is my boyfriend, and Jen is me. And so she makes all the crafts you see, except for that duck, are my mother's work. And she also did the banana bread. And then all the other baked goods are my boyfriend. He enjoys baking. So Tiffany from Marge's Market asked if we wanted to collaborate with her and Joe for different events or some catering opportunities. So we've been working with them. So now he's expanded to where we have gluten-free, vegan, regular, and keto. He's experimenting with keto.
All right.
But he makes a variety of different types of desserts. And my mother and I do both different types of crafts. But she didn't make these. His aunt made those, but the rest of the things she's made. And
it's like a little bowl.
It's a bowl holder to keep things from burning you.
Yes.
Or
so instead of using a pot holder, you use a bowl holder, and you're putting your bowl in that, and it keeps you can carry it easier.
And you can use the pot holders too because they're big enough. And we use these as trivets as well. Because I don't, we have towels. If they want to match the towels up with the pot holder, they can.
I see that down here. So you have them all.
She enjoys making her crochet projects.
Absolutely.
And we have a Jeep, so I do my ducks.
I was wondering what was the story with the ducks?
Yeah, it's the Jeep thing. I don't have any of my craft projects. I'm like, this is going to be your guys' day. I
you just help sell it.
Yep.
So
he had to work at his real job. So
oh, that's funny. So y'all are out doing a lot of farmers markets?
A few, yeah. We do Jacaranda. Sometimes we'll go with them to Lake Placid at night on the Wednesday nights. Sometimes we've done quite a few of the farmers markets in Frostproof, but right now it's wherever they go. Marge's Market goes. Yeah, we'll follow
now. If
them
somebody
around.
wanted to find you, are you on Facebook?
No,
or you're not.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. I do have a card.
Okay.
And it doesn't say anything about Cookie Bill on there. He is the one to get their desserts from, and you could contact him. That's my number. So
that's your phone number, and that AOL.com is his email.
That's our business email.
That's your business email. So we will put that information in the show notes also, so folks can be able to get to you if they have any questions or anything.
Great.
Thank you so much for sharing with me. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Enjoyed it.
All right. Tell us your name.
My name is Trina, and I am Dusty Boots and Back Roads.
So tell us a little bit about what you do.
I live in Avon Park, and about 4 years ago, I was trying to find something kind of like a hobby to do and got into microgreens, and that took off fairly quickly with the help of the market. And I work in healthcare, so finding something that I could do that was healthy and had some control over what was used to grow food, I was pretty excited about the microgreens because there weren't a lot of people doing it at the time.
Yeah. It's neat to see too. For those that are not familiar with microgreens, can you share a little bit about exactly what they are?
Yes. So microgreens are considered a superfood because of how densely packed the nutrients and antioxidants are in a microgreen. So as a seed grows and it gives you that first little sprout in the tray or in your wherever you're planting, that's considered the microgreen. It's usually somewhere between 8 days to 3 weeks. After that, they'll sprout the first true leaves out of the center of the stem, and from that point forward, the nutrient spreads throughout the whole vegetable as it grows. So the microgreen, like this box, it has broccoli, sunflower, sweet pea, kohlrabi, sunflower, radish, and these are all the microgreen version of them. And the nutrients that are packed in there is phenomenal. That's why they call them superfoods, because you're getting this huge bang in this little bit, and they're easy to digest. So if you were to eat I think it's somewhere between a half to an ounce of broccoli microgreen, that's comparable to the entire head, like the whole thing of broccoli and that big chunky stalk. So that's a lot of broccoli to eat to get the same nutritional value of something that you could literally mix into a salad or break up into 2 meals to add to a sandwich that would just give you a little crunch, but the nutrients is in there. So broccoli has sulforaphane in it, so that's why people are eating broccoli, but it's hard on your stomach. You know, so when you start eating microgreens, you get the flavor. It's more subtle. It's easy for the way it tastes. You know, it's like radish. I don't like radish, but I can eat a microgreen radish. I don't really like broccoli, but I love broccoli microgreen because it's just subtle. And it doesn't upset the stomach either when you eat those vegetables to get the nutrients because of how fragile they are, but they're great for fiber because you've got all these little stems in there and your body really likes it. So you're able to absorb the nutrients better than if you took a supplement that's synthesized in, you know, the way it's not from our food that they're making our multivitamins from. And you take them and then your levels don't improve like you're expecting when you get retested and you're like, well, I've been taking vitamin D. Why are my levels low? Your body doesn't process it just like it doesn't take in a lot of the other things that get processed. So with this, the body is how we're meant to eat our vitamins. So it's just super healthy for you and it tastes good.
And you're growing all of this.
Yes, I grow. I converted a tack room. The person I bought my home from had horses. So we converted and enclosed where he kept like all the cow feed and stuff. We cleared all that out, and my husband and all of my lovely projects. He's so graceful about it, sort of.
Mine knows a thing or two.
I have
about
an idea. I'd like to do something, and I just know he just loves it when I bring up more projects. But what we did was we insulated it and we closed it in and put a AC unit in there, and I put shelves and grow lights and made a grow room.
Yeah, very neat.
So I grow year round, and I harvest every week, so they're fresh. And they keep for like 2 weeks. So a lot of my regular customers, because they can't come to market, and I end up making a lot of deliveries, they kept to the every other week. You know, when we first started this market, it was every other week. So they just kind of have kept that so it can cut down on the deliveries because they keep in the crisper drawer for 2 weeks. For most customers, refrigerators, if they keep it in the crisper drawer, it's good for the 2 weeks. So they keep really well.
And it doesn't take that much.
Nope. So this is a week's worth is how I market it. Now, people who really need to improve their nutritional, like people who have anemias and different trouble with like their vitamin intake, or they're on special diets that they're just not getting enough, then 2 boxes a week would probably be more realistic if you were trying to truly get the nutritional value out of what you would like a multivitamin or something like that. But for most of the customers, 1 box a week is what they do. So there's like 6 or 7 servings in there, and they just try to incorporate it into one of their meals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you also have Dusty Mushroom Brew. So
sorry about all my drinks.
No, you're good. Tell us about this.
So nootropic mushrooms have a very long list of healing ability in the body. In fact, the more you combine the mushrooms and get that volume, how much you're getting, the more benefits you'll have. They kind of work together. One of the biggest things that my customers use it for are like for anti-inflammatory, so inflammation and pain. The mushrooms are phenomenal. And everybody, I get a lot, I don't eat mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms. I don't eat mushrooms. And the other hand is, I eat mushrooms. I love mushrooms. I don't need that. To get the volume of nootropic mushroom, which is the key, it's not just every mushroom. So you won't find baby portobello as one of the mushrooms because it doesn't have nootropic properties. It's similar. A lot of people are familiar with like adaptogenics, your ginger and garlic, and how they have ability to improve the body and its function.
Right.
So you have adaptogenic foods and you also have nootropic. And nootropic mushrooms are very specific. The research that's been done on them to prove that they can heal the body. And then in combination and in the right quantity, the list is really endless with the research I did, but it's long term. So the longer you're on it, the more improvement the body has. So it heals the gut. It helps with inflammation. It helps with brain fog, focus, concentration. Detoxify kidney and liver, repair organs, help the endocrine system work better. I feel like one of the biggest benefits is healing of the gut, because if you look up leaky gut, it
connects to
proves that it affects every part of the body, and the preservatives in our food destroy your gut. So if we can fix the leaky gut and allow the body to heal the rest of the organs, naturally you're going to find that the mushrooms are saying that they help with almost everything you can think of. So my most common reason customers buy are for pain, their brains, focus and concentration, and their gut. And the ones who have issues, that's why I'm still in business, because after, I think we're going to start our 4th year, I still have customers from the very first month I started.
That are doing this.
I have a customer with MS and stiff person disease. She was like my die hard, you have to make it happen. And her function and quality of life just totally a 180. And
so with this, I'm looking at your label. You've got there's a variety of different mushrooms that are on here. It's not just one specific one.
Right.
Now, are you growing some of these mushrooms, or you source them out?
I buy the mushrooms from Florida Mushroom Company because they can come fresh. So they're the caps and stems to get delivered in boxes, fresh. They literally cut them. The distributor goes and picks them up. That's Double K Farms in Highlands County. She goes and grabs them from them and drives them down and brings them to me. And that day I put them on dehydrator. So they come fresh. And we use king trumpet, shiitake, maitake, lion's mane, and then I have to get cordyceps. I get it from a U.S. company because cordyceps doesn't grow in the U.S.
Right.
Well, there's companies growing them in laboratories, but
not fresh kind of a concept.
Right, and not where I could do it in a volume that I could be doing what I'm doing. So I do get that one somewhere else, but the others I get from them, and I dehydrate it, and then in commercial sifters and grinders, I put it through that process so it's a fine powder. And I also add cocoa, cinnamon, turmeric, and tart cherry.
Nice.
Mostly because I was on turmeric and tart cherry when I started for severe inflammation in my hand and my hip, to the point that when I started the job I'm at now, I had a hard time even closing my hand around something to grip and tear with because it was so severe. And I was on that, and it helped it so I could at least hold things. But it made it look like pretty much a gout flare up. That's what my hand looked like. And it was that way for a really long time. But the turmeric and tart cherry made it functional. So when I went to this, I had read all the research, but I thought with the inflammation being treated with the turmeric tart cherry, I didn't expect to see more improvement. I was thinking I'm already taking like adaptogenic type things, it won't get any better. And I was doing this for brain fog, focus, and concentration for myself personally because I had to come off of caffeine. And every company I found had caffeine in it. And I needed the lion's mane quantity without caffeine. And most tinctures and powders that were selling just lion's mane, unfortunately, were like 100 milligrams. Well, I had done the research, and that's not even like a drop in the bucket as to how much you really need to be effective every day. So there was a ton out there being marketed, but either the companies weren't transparent for how much they were putting in, or it wasn't near enough from the research I had done to know. So we ended up making it for that reason. And then within 2 months, everything in the hand was gone. Wow. There was nothing. Like there's no pain. The inflammation was gone. In about 4 months, my hip, which was the
joint,
other
muscular, all of that kind of stuff.
And mine comes from an adrenal fatigue. So my inflammation isn't from arthritis, and it's not from flared up joints. I have, which we didn't know at the time what it was from. I have a functional medicine doctor who figured that out. But one of the things I get excited about is that's fixing that problem. And we didn't even know what it was when nothing else worked. And I've been on it already. And when I went to her with an issue and we figured out what was wrong, I told her, I said, if it wasn't for this, like, this is what it would look like. And she explained to me what adrenal fatigue does and how it affects with your cortisol and how cortisol levels make inflammation that's not from wear and tear and arthritis and that sort of thing. So it was extremely encouraging to me to know that this was doing exactly what we had seen the research do. It's going to work on the organs. It works on the endocrine system and the different, like the adrenal glands and things like that. And so even though my cortisol levels were still not where they needed to be because I have a condition that causes the problem, it was still treating the symptoms. All that inflammation was gone in my hip. It did take about 4 months for my hip to get where I could get out of the car and walk off. Brain fog, probably about 6 months. Same with the gut. Before I was like, one day, my stomach doesn't hurt anymore. You know, because I've grown up my whole life with stomach pain. And every single time I ate anything, it would just hurt all the time. And so about 6 months of being on it, I was like, my stomach doesn't hurt. Like, that's such a weird feeling. This is what it feels like to not have a stomach ache. And that was strictly from this. And I just, most of what I tell you it helps with are because of the customers I have. Customers with neuropathy, all the ones the first year that gave me feedback, random customers reached out, and almost every one of them was on like their 4th bag to tell me it's truly, I can say it's made a difference. Like, I can tell you I'm not taking as much medicine. I walked all the way into the back of Walmart and back today, and I didn't have to use the cart. I could sleep last night. I mean, I knew it was getting better, but last night I went to bed, no medicine, and my legs didn't throb the whole time. All of those customers at different times was on like their 4th month's worth. Lion's mane helps to heal the myelin on nerve fibers. So it makes sense that it's going to take time because it's trying to make repairs to damage that we've been doing for years and years in the body. So it's pretty amazing. Once my customers who have health issues, especially those 3, because they can feel it every day, it's a great investment.
So it's a probiotic also.
Yes, the mushroom pre and probiotic that mushrooms naturally are.
Now, this size of bag that you have right here, first of all, how long will this size bag last?
That's a 30-day bag. So
that's
it's
a 30
samples. So, 30 scoops. So it's a tablespoon is the size of the sample.
Okay.
I'm giving samples today. Yeah. Sorry. A tablespoon is the serving size.
Okay.
And so I put 30 days worth in the bag.
Okay.
And that's what you get.
And what do you mix it with?
I use chocolate almond milk because I can't take caffeine. So most of my customers just put it in their coffee.
Okay.
So like today I was doing samples and I brought chocolate almond milk. Can
I try some?
Yes. It's going to take me a second to.
That's okay.
I mean,
we could admire Pepper some more. But this is neat that you.
And I feel bad because my nails are.
Oh, please. I made a joke one time that the reason why I have my nails done is so you don't see the dirt underneath them. And my nail tech was like, she's not kidding.
I know. So this is not how much I make, but I don't really make a lot. I just can't put too much in here because it'll overflow the cup when I froth it. So at home, I use a coffee cup and I put about this much of chocolate almond milk. And I use chocolate almond milk because remember I said I was on turmeric a long time.
Yeah.
So in the turmeric, I don't like the flavor of turmeric at all.
I have to do it in a capsule.
So I could just taste it. So when I did this, I was like, oh, I do not want to taste that every day.
Yeah.
Most people don't notice it and don't care about it, but I was just sensitive to that taste. So this is a light tablespoon.
Okay.
It's not full. It's not packed. It's not
mounded or anything.
Yep. It's a loose shaken tablespoon and you just put it in whatever you want to make it in. Most of my customers really like their coffee. They're not trying to actually get away from caffeine. So they just add it to their coffee. I do recommend that you pour your coffee into something so you can froth it in a little of it so you don't spill out your cup. So like if you do the K cup, it's going to fill your whole cup. Or you want to like separate a little out so you don't make a mess. And you want to froth either it's hot or cold because cocoa and mushrooms have an affinity for themselves like static electricity. You could whisk and stir forever and they like to clump together. So you're going to see there's graininess on there. That's because the cinnamon spewed up when I was sifting. So at home, once you froth, you can add it to more. So if you want to drink this big of a coffee, just add it in and mix it. But at some point you got to froth the powder because you don't want clumps.
So I don't drink coffee. My husband does. Billy does, but I don't. So, but we are huge on like raw milk.
Do whatever you want it in.
You can put it in anything.
Only reason I'm even using chocolate almond milk is because I wanted something that I could take like 5 or 6 swallows, get it down and go to work because I don't sit and sip. Like I'm in a hurry in the morning.
You don't taste mushroom.
Not at all. And even if you taste something, it's cinnamon, turmeric, or cocoa. Those flavors are much stronger than the mushroom that everybody's afraid of.
I taste the cocoa first.
Yeah, well, and it's also in chocolate almond milk. So.
Oh, well, that helps, yeah.
But that is the truth, though. When you put it in milk, so your milk, your raw milk, you're going to taste cocoa because it's in there over a mushroom powder because it's stronger than the mushroom is.
I'm going to pass this to the cameraman.
Yeah, and
so
the
he can try
graininess
this also.
Is just because it's spewed up onto the side. Now, the cinnamon does take longer to dissolve. So if you put it in something hot, you won't get a graininess, is what my customers tell me, like in their coffee, because it will dissolve the cinnamon faster than something cold. But I don't have time for that. So I just guzzle it, swirl a little water, drink my cinnamon, and I go to work.
Right.
I do drink a lot of water after that because I haven't had anything to eat. And I just have this. So I do drink water after I go to work in case I feel a little bit of graininess there. But it's an easy way that's the biggest concern for a lot of people is like, what if I don't like it? What if I don't like how it tastes? Well, you put it in chocolate almond milk and
chocolate milk or something like that.
And the only reason I do this is because one, I just was away from milk for a long time, but this is 80 calories, but it's for like a whole cup. And I'm really doing half a coffee cup maybe, so 40 calories, but also this lasts a long time. So for me, nobody else in my house drinks it, and I don't need it to go bad where milk would sour this literally for three weeks or longer.
It's going to stay longer.
And I will literally never have to dump it out before I finish it.
Yeah.
So for me, stuff like that, I'm not trying to waste money.
Right.
So anyway, that's my mushroom brew.
Very neat.
Yeah.
So I've seen it. but I have not ever really been educated before on it. So for folks that have muscular problems or pain or consistent pain, anything along those lines, like in their lower back or anything like this, you highly recommend this for that healing agent that helps over time, like you said.
Anything that there's inflammation, because there's so much anti-inflammatory in it. I don't promise anything, obviously, because you never know.
You can't.
So I do give that as a disclaimer. You need to be on it at least 2 good weeks solid for most inflammation, and people then start to tell me after about 2 weeks I could really tell something was changing. For some people, and I've explained this, if you have, let's say, a herniated disc, and it's so severe and it's causing you a lot of pain. Well, even if inflammation goes away, if you still have an impingement on bone, you may not see the relief that someone whose inflammation can be reduced after a month of this. That doesn't mean that inflammation isn't getting better in the body. It's just, I don't know how long it might take before you feel better.
Right.
Because why you have pain is different from the person next to you.
Right.
But the amount of anti-inflammatory that's in it is, as far as I've been able to find, unmatched from. And I lived off of ibuprofen and
I was just
anti-inflammatories.
It gets you off of the pills.
Mm-hmm.
It gets you off of
and they didn't even
natural.
it didn't even fix the problem really. Even though you're taking, like, there's some customers who were on steroids for whatever their inflammation problem was, that they've been able to back down the prednisones and things because this actually was working better than the steroid was for the inflammation. Some of my customers have autoimmune disorders where they are going to stay on their injectables, but they have flare-ups. So a customer was back ordered on medicine for months and wasn't even leaving the house, and called, and I said, okay, I'll bring you some. She started taking it. The next week she was out of the house and she was working, and she lived off of that for her treatment so she could still work until her shots came back in. Once the shots came back and she started back on her rheumatoid arthritis medication, as long as she stays on the brew, she doesn't have flare-ups. So in conjunction then with what she's taking, she's avoiding the flare-ups, which before even on medicine she was having. So I just feel like there's it's not necessarily a fix-all, but it's definitely going to do healing in the body that people aren't finding with what they're traditionally taking and doing, which is why we still make it every week.
I love it. All right, so folks wanted to connect with you. How do they find you? And if they want to order from you, how can they do that if they're not at a market?
So I'm on Facebook. I have a QR code that you can get, but I'm also, it's Dusty Boots and Backroads LLC on Facebook. I do have a website, but it's currently down. Facebook is where I do most of my interaction with customers, and they can track where I'm at. They can order things. And then all my products, I put my cell phone number on because a lot of my customers just message me.
Yeah.
And I also mail. So microgreens can't be mailed.
Right.
But the brew, the tallow, those can all go in the mail. And I have a lot of mail order customers. So we use the tracking, 1 to 3 day shipping and that sort of stuff. But Facebook is the easiest way, or directly to my cell phone.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you. You did a great job.
And I have chicken in the freezer if y'all want any.
I
do the chicken for him.
You do the chicken. The corners across the whole
Yep,
birds.
I butcher the whole bird, and we keep it at the Farmers Pantry in the freezers.
Nice.
So
if y'all want some good, we know all about chicken. If you want some good chicken, this is where you can find some also. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for stopping by.
Very good. Very good. And I'm going to have to get some of the mushroom liver. You heard it here. I'll test it out. Sweet Peas Bakery.
Yep.
Talk to us about what y'all have going here. Bread, sweets, jams, and more. What you got?
Sourdough bread, white bread, sandwich bread, bagels, sourdough cinnamon rolls, vegan cinnamon rolls, pickles, jams, duck eggs, chicken eggs, and quail eggs.
Nice. You have all of it.
Yep, everything. Everything,
Nice.
and all
You got
locally
that in
sourced.
Here? In your
Yep.
refrigerator?
Yep.
Let's take a look, because I want folks to see, for those that don't know, the difference between a duck egg and a chicken egg and a quail egg. I mean, I know that there's a difference, but the size.
As long as they didn't all sell today.
You got popcorn.
We have chickens and
Chicken.
no
So
chicken
that's-
eggs, no duck eggs, and no quail eggs. We
That's
are
a good.
we are sold out.
That is a good problem to have.
Yeah, we have
So-
some breads left.
So here's some of your breads. We did see these earlier when we did our first walkthrough with Miss Joanne. Do you raise all of your duck eggs, or your ducks and your chickens
Yep.
and your quail?
All of them are at our house in
Okay.
Avon Park.
Okay.
Right down the road from here.
So you have this little farm,
Mhm.
little homestead that you have going.
Yes.
You know, we're very passionate about homesteaders,
Oh,
so I
yes.
appreciate what you're doing.
Yes.
All right. And what
Our
else
property is homesteaded.
It is homesteaded.
Yeah, it is homesteaded.
So what else do y'all have on your property?
Some barn cats, indoor cats, and 7 dogs.
Oh, well, that's a lot of dogs.
Yeah. And the goats. We have the goats.
We saw the goats earlier, and they are so sweet.
Yeah,
they
are
so sweet.
all rescues, and that's where it all did start with Sweet Pea, with our goat Sweet Pea, who came with the name, and we rescued her. We had 3 or 4. Caitlin got in contact with a goat yoga place in Cocoa, and they were getting shut down for having all these goats in this small little lot. And we drove the Tundra out there, and we loaded up 8 goats in the cab of our truck and drove back.
Nice.
And
very cool.
We just keep going around and somehow getting more. All of the most of the chickens are rescues. 93 rescued chickens, all from different flocks.
Wow.
And they're all rescued. So all the eggs, we get eggs, but only so many with rescued chickens.
That's true. That is true. Very neat.
The pickles and jams are up there.
So you put these all together too?
Yep.
Okay.
All of these, Caitlin makes these, and they're all, there's, 8 ingredients on these?
Very cool.
Bread and butter, dill, and we have blueberry jam, strawberry jam, raspberry, and we're all sold out of sangria. I guess the breakfast sandwiches were that good, people came and got it.
That's so neat. And you do all this on your own homes? Or at your own home?
Yep.
Very cool.
I participate in none of that.
I
put this label on. That was all I did. I didn't can it, pickle, nothing. That's all Caitlin.
She does all that.
I feed the chickens and collect the eggs and take care of the goats. But she does all. I have no part in the baking.
Now, if somebody wanted to be able to participate or get some of this stuff, if they can't make it to a market, how do they get in contact with you?
Facebook.
And what is your Facebook page?
Sweet Peas Bakery.
Okay, and we're going to put that information in the show notes also, so you have all of that as well. So, very cool.
Otherwise, we're here every Thursday night.
Yeah.
Every Sunday morning. We're at the Jacaranda on Saturdays, and hopefully soon the store will be opening in Sebring.
There's going to be some more information to come on that, so you'll definitely want to follow y'all on your Facebook page, because I think you're going to have some information coming on that too.
Yeah, we're hoping to bring this down to the circle.
Which would be really cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you very much.
Yes,
I appreciate you talking to me.
Thanks for joining us on this podcast, Walk and Talk through the Farmers Pantry. We hope that you enjoyed getting to know each of these vendors a little bit more and some of the amazing products that they are providing. This is one of the things that we love to do, encourage and inspire y'all to get out, go find a farmer's market near you, and support those local farmers for what they are doing, because they are really doing some amazing things. Thanks for joining us on this podcast chat, and y'all keep growing, keep preserving, and keep that Florida homesteading spirit alive. Y'all come back now.